How excited are we for this new junior geography curriculum by Guest Hollow as of March 2023. They listen to the customers and they deliver. It is revised, revamped, it is tweaked, and it will allow you Guest Hollow overhauled their junior geography schedule, which was a mini curriculum that didn't line up with the current high school curriculum. So, to provide the customers with the best they could offer, they decided to completely revamp the curriculum. The new curriculum is designed to be used with students from grades 1 through 6, and it could be even used for students that are a little bit older than that. So if you're new here, let me explain. Before, I was simply just using the high school schedule and the high school workbook because the high schoolers have a workbook, the juniors do not, okay? And so I was using that. I was using the junior book list, all right? And I was just kind of, yeah, that's what I was trying to put it together. You get the idea, right? And so now I don't really have to do that anymore. Yes, the resources for Guest Hollow is that good that I was doing that, but guess what? You don't have to do that anymore. Many folks were using the high school curriculum and the workbook and the schedule and matching it with the junior schedule and trying to piece it all together, and they would not line up. So what I mean by that is your 6th grader, for example, would be studying Africa, but then your 9th grader would be studying Antarctica, and it just wasn't a great family style of teaching. Well, now it all lines up perfectly. Let me go through some of the many changes. All right, here we go. Family style teaching. So the schedule now lines up with the high school level geography and cultures so that you can teach multiple students in the same household at the same time. This family style teaching will allow for, discussions and sharing and interactions. Fantastic. The book list was totally revised. Videos, crafts, and activities and other fun learning materials were added and tweaked. So that's just perfect for the child that prefers hands-on activities over bookwork. Cultural music has been added. Let me tell you, the music selections, wow, there's a lot of them. So you can scale back on them for sure, but it just, kind of makes you feel like you're in that region. It's just a wonderful, wonderful touch. And let me give you a little tip. What I do with the music is when my kids are tracing the continent and adding all of the countries in and that sort of thing, I have them listen to the music as well. Some weeks have science activities that are also relevant to specific regions. There are cultural and regional recipes that have been added, and there are many more options that have been added for the upper age level students. So those may be in the 7th and 8th grade, perhaps. They created a bundle deal, which allows you to get both the junior and the high school curriculum together at a substantial discount. So check that out. And speaking of discounts, so I want to share with you the discount code, and I also want to say thank you for tuning in. I do not represent Guest Hollow in any way. I am simply a mom with a high school student, 2 middle school students, and I'm sharing my opinion. Now, the discount code is good through April 30th, 2023. So you have a good chunk of time, and it is good on any product at all. And so here it is HTH special. And you type that discount code in and you will receive 15% off. Now, if you're having any trouble, please let me know in the description box below. Now, let's move on. Now, one thing that I did read that I want to share is for those of you who have the old geography schedule, the junior one, your account should already be updated with the new version, free of charge to you. Now, I want to point out something to help you. Where you see right here, it says choose book 1 or book 2. You can decide which one of those books is better going to suit your family. You don't have to choose them both. So just take a look at the options. Book 1 will be used more than book 2. All right, just a little tip for you. So what I really appreciate is that they go through all of the books and the videos and they note what you should be aware of that might be of question to your family. And so as you see here, they have a little note as to what you might want to look out for. I still go through the books and the videos to see if there is anything else that might be alarming for our family. And then from there, I choose to use the book or the video or not. And so I do appreciate that they go through it. But you as a parent, don't forget to go through the books as well as the videos with a fine-tooth comb to see if the book or the video is appropriate for your child and for your family. Now, there are a lot of books and a lot of videos. You don't have to do them all. And so don't think that you're missing out per se. I can tell you that I've taken out so many books and so many videos, and there is still more than enough to fulfill my high schoolers' high school credit, so there will be more than enough for your junior high student as well. So I would like to invite you to join one of these Facebook groups where the owners of the company are responding to you. I feel like it's in live time. This is where their customer service just beats so many by far. The response time is unbelievable. And so I want to encourage you to jump on these Facebook pages and ask questions, or do a search and see if somebody has not asked the question already. You will be amazed at the customer service, I promise you. So check out these Facebook pages so you can get your questions answered and have more information. So here's just a sample of the videos and the printables that you can create and put together to make a workbook. Now, I go through the videos and I go through the worksheets. I do the same thing for my high schooler, and I decide based off of the week what's going on and what they need, if they're going to watch all of the videos or not, if they're going to do all of the worksheets, or in my high schooler's case, the workbooks, or not. And you can do the same. The curriculum is so rich. Remember, it is a buffet. You wouldn't eat everything off the buffet, I hope not, when you go to the all-you-can-eat buffets. And so consider this the same way. Pick and choose. They're not gonna be left out. There is so much to learn here. So you will notice in your schedule that it does mention a workbook, and the workbook that is being referenced is this. So this is a recommendation for you to have on hand because it goes with the schedule. Although there is no actual workbook that you can work through every single day, there are lots and lots of printables. And if you desire, here are a few options that you can find to go along with the curriculum. They're not going to be in any specific order and line up, but there are geography books all over that you can use as well. I would recommend maybe having one or two of these on hand. I received some of these free. Some of them I found at thriftbooks.com, but for the most part, currently, before this curriculum was available, I was simply just printing out the recommended worksheets and also having my two girls use the high school workbook and then just cross out what they were not responsible for. So these are just some suggestions. However, like I said, the workbook that is referenced in the schedule is this one. So just be aware that there is not an actual physical workbook. Tons of printables, tons of worksheets, and you can print as you go, and you can figure out which worksheets you're going to use and which ones you are not. But just want to make a special note because that is a frequently asked question. There is no workbook, okay? The book list, let me tell you, the book list is rich and it is hefty, and there are a lot of books. My recommendation, based off of what I've done the past several months, is to make sure no matter what, you go through each and every book to see what is going to be appropriate for your child. I want to do a quick flip through of some of them. I wanted to show this one first because this one is the junior high book and this one is the high school book. And the reason why I wanted to show this is that I did not have this new junior geography curriculum when I started out this school year. And so I went and looked at the book list for the junior schedule and noticed that there were two different ones. I ordered both, and I'm glad that I did because I actually use the junior book for my high schooler. I sure do, depending on the region, the country, and how much work he may have and what we need to do. I decide if he's going to use this one versus the junior book, okay? So this is how well thought out this new curriculum is that they are still using some of the books from their original schedule, all right? And it goes alongside the high school book, all right? So that might be an option for you. Here are some other books that are on the list. Not everything, but just a few that I wanted to share with you. So today I have the privilege of sharing with you a snippet of the revised Guest Hollows Junior Geography and Cultures curriculum. I can't show you everything because I don't want to give everything away, but I hope that this flip through will be enough so that you can make a decision on if this is right for you and your family. So let's get started. You need to remember that this is a buffet, and you wouldn't eat everything at the buffet now, would you? And so I want to encourage you to not get overwhelmed. Try your best not to get overwhelmed, but to look through each and every portion of the schedule, the videos, the books, the arts, the crafts. You know if your kids like arts and crafts or not, and you know if you can skip them. You know if you have a child that is more interested in watching the videos and taking a couple of notes than going through tons and tons of reading. You can do audiobooks as well. Look at this as a buffet where you're only going to take a little bit from here and take a little bit from there, and then you can plan out your schedule. Cross off things if you need to. There is so much, and I can promise you that you will get the amount of high school credit that your high schooler needs, and your junior high students are going to get a very rich geography culture when they are all done. This is a fantastic program. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, if you are still thinking about using it, don't forget to check out the Facebook pages where the owners of the company are so helpful and punctual and timely, and they explain everything well. And there are so many other homeschoolers on there that have ideas and that you can, share and ask questions with as well. Below in the comment section, please tell me what questions you have for me, or if you're using either the high school or the junior edition. And thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time.